Harvest time in a California vineyard, a wine lover's fantasy. But for those of you caught up in bucolic notions that wine is made from fermented grape juice, well, sorta.
Americans want a flawless wine, and in order to get that flawless wine, they have to be filtered, they have to be fined, and they have to be tinkered with.
And Casa Casara's John Kurska says tinkering has happened for centuries. But in recent years, it has exploded into a huge business of additives and agents. Some have nothing to do with grapes. Winemakers might add water. Outside of California, some add sugar. Some add oak chips, which are cheaper than oak barrels. And in processing red wine, they might even use egg whites.
We've used things like isinglass. It is ground up bladders out of the fish that is used also to make white wines more the clear and the more clarified.
All of these make both cheap wines and expensive ones better tasting sooner. The question is, should you know this? Should all these extras be put on the label? Federal regulators are mulling whether to put the same sort of labels on wines that are currently on food and non-alcoholic beverages.
I think as much information as we can give the consumer to make a decision is a wise direction to go in.
Cal State Fresno's Ken Fugelsang says people should realize winemaking is art and science. But it can also be about fudging. For example, to get the big taste that many wine critics like, some growers keep the grapes on the vines longer. This dehydrates them. The wine gets too alcoholic. So winemakers will add water to the wine. Should you know that? Should that be on the label?
I don't think so at all. I think that it would clutter the label and it would be misleading in a lot of ways.
Veteran wine writer Dan Berger says a lot of things get filtered out of the wine before it goes into the bottle, but proving there are no trace amounts left could be expensive. Though even Berger would like winemakers to voluntarily fess up if they've added coloring.
I mean, if I buy a $150 bottle of Cabernet from the Napa Valley, I'd sure like to know whether the winemaker used Mega Purple or not.
But for the moment, a business that sold $30 billion worth of wine in the U.S. last year, based in part on romantic notions of the vineyard, the feeling is that what you don't know won't hurt you. Jane Wells, CNBC Business News, Los Olivos.